How do we best test for gluten intolerance? Food allergies and food sensitivities are reactions to food mediated by different cells, immune cells, IgE and IgG. And that can detect what foods a person is reactive to and doesn't do well with. The thing with gluten intolerance, though, is it's a bit different. It's a different mechanism. So gluten intolerance is more of an autoimmune issue. So there are lab tests, there are blood tests like the anti-gliadin and anti-tissue transglutaminase, that's a mouthful, that are markers of autoimmune gluten intolerance. To diagnose full-blown celiac, that's really done with a biopsy. That's the most extreme form of gluten intolerance. But one can be gluten intolerant without being full tilt celiac, and I see that all the time. So yes, you can get those blood tests done through LabCorp. In my experience, they're not as sensitive as I would really like them to be. So my two favorite ways of testing are different independent labs. One is EnteroLab, and they have a fantastic stool test for gluten intolerance. And they will also be able to look for the genetic markers that predispose to gluten intolerance. And then they'll measure those autoimmune markers from the stool sample. And the other one is by Vibrant Wellness, and it's the Wheat Zoomer. And their Wheat Zoomer is a very, very comprehensive, very detailed panel that looks at many, many markers relating to gluten intolerance. So these days, we see a lot of people with gluten intolerance. Doesn't have to be full-blown celiac to count, to make a difference to your health. So go ahead and get the testing done and see if you show up as gluten intolerant on any of those panels. And then if you remove gluten from your diet, I promise you're gonna feel like a new person.